Good morning, good morning, good morning. 7 o'clock, day 2. Boom. Last night was just crazy, absolutely crazy. So, ended up getting to Dover at 2:30. I then ended up getting in the hotel at 11:30 last night. The ferry got delayed, and then we had a 7.5 mile cycle to this hotel. And then, now today we have to do a 5 mile cycle back on ourselves, so body is very unrested. By the time I got everything sorted last night, showered and all that, I went to bed at probably about 1 o'clock. Had to drop my bags for today at 6:30. Had a breakfast in this Holiday Inn, and it was very, very nice indeed actually. It was very, very good. You can see the look on everyone's face of just like, are you serious again? I was kind of hoping they would adjust the start time for how late we got in, but no, it was, and also because we're in the furthest hotel, it's up earlier than probably the majority of people to then cycle this back. So I think it'll be a relief to get in today, because when I finish this day, it will be at the hotel, so I can actually kick back and relax. But I think it'll be a much more paced day today. I don't think anyone's going to be trying to win any medals. Everyone's got the pain face on, so yeah, we leave in 15 minutes, so I'm just going to do my last bits of gear prep and then go get the Brompton.
He's the Brompton Guy!
Right, I finally managed to switch my camera to the front. Oh, it's day 2. I'm 1 hour 4 in already. I don't quite know how that happened. It was a weird start. We were supposed to be meeting up somewhere, and then we just kept going. I didn't see anyone, which left me in a position where I was putting out too much power, because I was just waiting to get to the meeting point. And yeah, today, as suspected, I'm pretty tired. The main pain is my Achilles, so I'm not looking forward to the climbs with the pull on them, but I'm now just taking it at my pace. That's your plan for today. Sit at my pace and just get to the end location, so I ain't going for any good times or anything like that. I really feel that this type of course today is not great for the Brompton, because a lot of it is just flat, well, flattish, and the rolling resistance of the larger wheel really would be lovely to have. I think it's also at the point now where people know me as the Brompton Guy on here, and I'm at the people that just give you the good effort, well done, go you. It's really nice, because I'm not going to lie, sometimes I question myself why I chose to do it on this.
So yeah, you may have noticed it says I'm already over an hour in. Just to clarify on how that situation happened. So as I explained there, we left the hotel as a group, and because we're all in 3 different hotels, we were told to meet at a specific location, and then we would all set off together. There was no obvious marker or anything for where that location was, so we all cycled as a pack from the hotel and just kept going. So I was out in front, my camera was mounted to the rear of the bike, because I'm like, I'll just get a quick rear shot. So the footage from that was absolutely no good, because it was quite wet, so the lenses got dirty. So now here's me starting an hour in, but that was actually really frustrating, because my whole mentality was just keep pushing until I get to that point. So I actually lost way more energy than I was expecting, but from a time point was probably better. So yeah, back to the footage.
Covering 300-ish something miles, so it definitely will be a challenge, but oh, here we go. First climb of the day coming up. 1 of 4 today. look at it. See that climb coming up, eh? Exactly as it says, long and sweepy through the French countryside.
The first climb was exactly that, an absolutely gorgeous, slow sweeping climb through the French countryside. It really was pretty magnificent, and it didn't feel really that taxing at the time. I really actually enjoyed that climb. I knew when we were getting to the top that the first feed was going to come up soon after it, so I was actually feeling relatively optimistic at this point.
Oh, thanks. I'm not feeling the same now. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it's descent. Climb one over. See, now this is the type of descent you look forward to. Smooth tarmac on open, wide cornered roads. Oh, that was the best descent of the route so far. Very good. Very enjoyable. Climb wasn't too bad. I think I probably prefer that style of climb overall. I'm not going to lie, it's weird to think I'm in France.
I was actually really taken back by how beautiful the French agriculture was. On the whole way down there was masses of crops, beautiful sunflowers, and just really beautiful open landscapes. The only downside to the open landscapes meant you were exposed to the elements.
So just did the first water stop there. The second climb came up at the top from it. Managed to hopefully fix my microphone, which has been cutting in and out. Not really a time to troubleshoot that. But hopefully when I get to the hotel I can check that. So we did just get informed at the feed that apparently there is a road closure, which is going to divert us by about 5 or 6 miles. So I'm pretty sure today we'll have lower elevation, but it'll be equal distance to what yesterday was. But we'll see at the very end. Not the greatest of news, but it is what it is. Body's still achy. I don't think that's going to randomly get better, right?
Yeah, so you may have just heard me there talk about my microphone. On this day specifically, I've had multiple issues with my microphone and my camera syncing together. It made me lose a couple of shots I didn't want to lose, so I've kept all the footage that I possibly can, but there is going to be a little bit of gaps in this, and I do miss a really phenomenal moment before I hit the first lunch stop.
I think I've actually got a microphone, so I'm going to try and get this update in. I've done very little recording, mainly because I've been having some issues with my microphone, which when I get to the hotel I will look to address. We are 4 hours, 8 minutes in, covered a distance of 88.37k, average speed today of 21.4, and an average wattage of 153. It has been absolute hell and carnage. Absolutely awful day. I had about 8 miles on from the hotel, and there was a diversion of God knows how many miles. So what was supposed to be probably more of a relaxed day was actually probably equally as hard, if not harder, made by the fatigue. I ran out of water because of the extension. Waiting for lunch. All I can say about today though is the lunch stop was actually really good. They had a French baguette, so I'm not going to complain about that, and a selection of anti-pasties to go with it on the baguette. So all of that was actually good, but by God, you can definitely see people feeling it. Everyone is down, and that extension was exactly what nobody needed. A couple of crazy bits today, so I think running on the 4 hours of sleep and the fatigue for everyone kicking in, we've seen a good couple of riders drop out today. Maybe not drop out, but getting lifted and shifted, and 2 accidents. Someone going into the back of another rider, and someone coming off at a roundabout, which I was right at. Guy took a head injury, so he's no longer riding the rest of this portion because it has to be assessed on it. They generally seemed okay, but you don't dick around with that kind of stuff. So yeah, the one thing that I'm combating today over yesterday is the heat. Now, being Scottish, I don't do well in heat, so I honestly thought when I stopped for lunch there that was me. My body was, I can't say shutting down, but my body's like, sleepy time, let's go, sleepy time. And it was really hard to resist that urge to say, okay, I've been going on a road that's just went on for K after K after K. In fact, since my last video, man, it is just so long. I have no idea when the next drink stop is because all the mileage is just so off. I've set in my head though that 140k is probably the overall distance, so I'll keep cutting them down every 10k, but I'm running on fumes here. My body is crying for some sleep. Everything's just gone. My Achilles is gone, my arse is gone, my energy's gone, and with no end point, it's so hard to get up any cycle whatsoever. I would probably say this is one of the lowest points so far of it. It is unforgiving. So I'm going to keep this quick. My estimations were bang on. So the other water station was at 120 and the finish is at 140, and I'm super happy to say I'm 128 in. I feel it's crazy reflection because I feel great at the moment. The baguette's kicked in, I've got a big energy spike, so doing the last 10k it's not going to be too much of an issue. But it just goes to show how that misplaced food stop is really affecting me. It made me get into a horrendous position that I probably shouldn't have had to get into. So looking positive, and if all's going well, I should be in the hotel in about 30 minutes, which means that probably the total run time will be closer to the 6 hours 30, which is a longer day than yesterday. So yes on the energy, yes on feeling like I can complete it, and just to the end now.
And that, my friends, is day 2 over. It was harder than I expected. I felt miserable just because of the detour and dehydration. Luckily, after the food settled in, I did get that energy boost to actually make me enjoy the end of it. But the main takeaways from this day were, as soon as I got to the hotel, I got an amazing shower and I just hit bed straight away and got a nap. I think I got about a 2-hour nap, and then we went out for a team meal, which was nice but nowhere near big enough for someone that's just burnt a couple of 1,000 calories. And then I got a fairly decent early night and remained optimistic that tomorrow would be the first easy day. Thanks for sticking around for this one, and we'll see you for the next episodes. Have a good one. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. If you learned something new, I've got some more amazing dedicated Brompton content up here. And if you liked what you've seen and you want to help support the channel, you can scan the QR code down here. This will take you to my Buy Me a Cuppa page. This page has been set up to let you, the audience, help donate money to me so that I can continue to do some amazing projects. At the moment, I'm working incredibly hard to raise the funds for a Brompton tea line because some of the upcoming projects I want to do in the pipeline require this specific bike.
Don't want to give too many reasons why yet, but any help you can give will go such a long way, and thank you if you can donate just a little to the channel. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next one, goodbye.